So yeah, to recap the recap, Cade's a big ape, and the party's on the pinnacle of a tower, except for Baern, who they still don't know where he is.
Womp womp womp.
I don't know what's easier for me, like as a DM, is like responding to various party chat with my phone, or if I should tab out.
I tabbed out, but
I
do
just
you,
don't
bro?
like. No, it's like I can't figure out which is more comfortable as a DM for me, because it's not like either one's hard.
That's what she said.
Oh, Lawrence. Oh, you know what? It doesn't make sense yet. Never mind.
What?
What?
I have money for you, but you're not
You
there
have money
yet.
for me?
Yeah.
Why do you have money for me?
For Baron.
Oh. That makes a little more sense. I'm not there yet, so you can't give me shit.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about in person, like you.
I do too. I was just like,
remembered
why
that
do you have money for me?
Remembered
I mean,
you
I'm not gonna
borrowed
say no, but why?
Like you remembered he borrowed 20 from you back in high school or something.
Hey, Ronald Durfee still owes me $1 for borrowing it for a vending machine in 7th grade.
Yes, he does. So the guy had an elaborate robe, a feather patterned garnet stone golden ring that wasn't magic, a great sword, a lance, a breastplate, and apparently now he has a key.
Yeah, he had a key.
So
To my heart. Alright, I'll stop.
I'm going to say, should I change him back now?
I don't think he can move freely about the keep like that.
All right, and
Am I willing to change back?
I'll stop concentrating.
Oh.
Am
I'm
I
so
willing
excited
to
for this.
change back? How often can you? Is polymorph just a slot? Like, what's the duration
It's
if you
just
didn't-
just a 4th level slot. So every time I long rest.
What's the duration though? If
An
you
hour.
didn't just okay. I can't wait to see Mike try to throw that. Like, all right, I want Wreck to throw me into the air at that thing, and Jail to turn me into a big ape on the way.
Ooh.
Alright, this is getting wild.
Must be some rampage shit.
This is my friend The Rock. What? All right.
That's probably gonna happen. Or T-Rex once it gets to that.
Don't go down this road again.
I told you last time. I can't justify T-Rex, but if you start off like I want to make a really big lizard, I can go with that.
Super big, you know, bigger than that. Just every time be like, yeah, you made a raptor. Okay, now you made like a, I don't know, where's Steve when you need him for dinosaur names? You made a Stegosaurus. You made
Jesus Christ, Dave.
You name one dinosaur, and you're immediately like, "Where's Steve for dinosaurs?"
Yeah, isn't he good at that?
When he was younger, yeah.
He'd tell you he is.
Yeah. Well, for some reason, I remember him being knowledgeable on different types of dinosaurs. Anyway,
I'd have you make a really big compy.
all right. So Cade is back to normal. I'm gonna say, where do you think this key goes to?
Is there a chest somewhere in the room?
Well, to give you the recap of where you're at, the stairs up terminated at a round stone gazebo that continues upward in a needle-like marionette. There is a small lawn growing upon the top, with four paths paved with white stone pointing in the direction of the compass. Each path ending in a pointed stone crenellation. And at the pinnacle's edge, there is a spyglass on a tripod pointed downward. The spyglass was where Thurl was standing before the party came up.
Can I go look into the spyglass?
You can. Are you moving it, or are you just looking through?
Just looking through.
Alright, give me a perception.
Perception?
Yep.
26.
You're going Offspring!
She probably doesn't know yet.
26?
Yeah.
Is that the best roll you've ever had in this campaign?
Maybe. Oh, actually, I lied. It's 24. Sorry.
Any campaign ever.
It's 24. I'm sorry.
Above 20. Dave killed God. Alright, Jail, as you look through the spyglass, you can see a hooded figure looking about in both directions before ducking into a concealed door.
Do I recognize the surrounding area? Like if it's a city, if it's a someplace I've been before.
It's a door tucked into the side of... You're in the Cyan Valley now. So this is... Let me just give you the fucking map. Alright, so your spire's over here.
Yep.
The door's over here in Knife Point Gully.
Hmm.
So you're not intimately familiar with the terrain, but that's what you're looking at, so you can see it. You got a close-up view with the spyglass.
Okay. I'm gonna say I just saw a shadowy figure duck into a crevice in this crag. Wonder what he was looking at.
I'm gonna approach the spyglass and take a look through for myself, trying to find any religious symbols, anything like that.
Are you looking in the same direction?
Yeah, I'm not gonna touch the spyglass, just
Okay.
wherever it was.
Okay, give me a perception as well.
It's 20, not natural.
20, not natural. Sorry, 1 second, I closed the fucking page.
Just play Mike. It's okay.
Alright, on the rock wall itself, there's no discernible features. It's not openly marked as anything. You do see the doorway that Jail mentioned, the figure ducking into. You also, since you're taking a little bit of a closer look, notice that the door is guarded by 3 of the air elementals that you fought before.
Okay. Did I see enough detail to see a keyhole?
No, you are not able to discern that.
All right. And then we'll turn to the rest of the group. It looks like it might be another outpost for these air cultists. I'm not sure what they have over there, but he seems to be keeping an eye on them.
everybody give me perception. Ryan, you are muted. Alright, Lawrence, this doesn't so much apply to you, but
I figured.
Cade and Thulgrim, there is a bright flash of light coming from your peripherals and a loud explosion that you hear. Though it sounds like it's off in the distance. Like someone's setting off fireworks like a few miles away.
Can I tell which direction it is?
You can.
I would like to turn the spyglass.
Alright, you point the spyglass point back towards the valley where you all came up. Give me your perception.
That'll be a 16.
Alright, there's a bit of smoke as you look through the spyglass in the path leading towards the entrance of the spire. But you can clearly see a humanoid figure starting to become visible as it clears.
Just one figure?
Just one figure.
I'll keep watching.
Alright, as you continue to look, it is Baern, although he appears to be a little burnt. He's got some fragments of his clothes are torn and charred, and he's got some burns on his skin.
How far is he from the spire?
You'd guess he's right about where he left.
How high up is the spire?
Spire was... a couple 100 feet off the ground. Well, off the ground that you're on, and then because it was in that valley that you crossed the drawbridge, that was 400 feet from more earth. So it's like built on a plateau.
So we're really fucking high.
Well, I don't think that's relevant, Ryan.
That's fair.
Oh man, my comedy is on fire.
And a mixture of excitement and concern. I'm going to turn to the rest of the party. It's Baern. He's back. He looks a little worse for the wear, though. Now, point for anyone who doesn't know where I'm talking about.
Looks like he saved us the trip. Maybe we should go collect him.
Baron, you find yourself in the same spot that you had left at. You are a couple miles from the entrance of the spire, but it is a very distinct path down. The drawbridge is already lowered, and the previous bodies kind of marked the way.
I grumble to myself, crack my neck, draw both rapiers. Let's find them and start marching, following the bodies.
Mike, since you kept looking as he emerged, you can see that he is making his way towards you, like towards the tower.
I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. Melissa needs me for something.
Are there any like stones or anything nearby? You know, just palm size that can fit in the palm of my hand.
You want to find a palm-sized stone?
You and your weird requests. God.
Give me an investigation.
9.
9?
9.
There's plenty of stone around, but none that match that size. Mostly smaller, or you trying to break large chunks off the wall.
I'll pick up a couple of the smaller stones and I'll kind of throw them down at the entrance, trying not to hit Baron, but close enough to where he'd hear it and see if something came down.
Okay. Baron, give me a perception.
$12.
All right. Yeah, you don't notice anything as you continue your march towards the spire.
I'm a little distracted by my burns, guys.
Well, I'll announce to the party, Baron, he's coming in the spire. I'm going to meet him, and I'm going to take off to the hallway. And I'll stop when I reach that poor crushed woman.
You crushed a woman?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's kind of Dave's fault.
I could have been a great song verse to add. Damn it.
He had grappled her because she had been previously defeated on the ground floor and was guiding them to Thurl. And when they got into the fight with Thurl, she went to run. Cade grabbed her, pinned her to the ground, and then Dave turned him into a big gorilla.
Could have gone from Cade the Meek to Cade the Killer of Women and Children.
Oh, Mike, you really missed out on that one.
Not children. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
one follows the other, so if you started with the women, then children are to follow.
In fairness, none of you know if Savra was pregnant.
Ha! I could have taken bardic license with that and just made it run.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that got dark real quick. Jesus.
You haven't listened to Cade's song in a while, huh?
No.
it has been a bit. Are you just pausing to momentarily grieve? Are you?
I'm
checking
taking
or-
a knee and inspecting the body because I have no memory of what happened to her. I did never realize she was crushed.
Okay. So, do you have? I don't suppose you have medicine as a skill.
I do have medicine.
You do? All right. Give me a medicine check.
Nat 20 plus 4.
All right. She's clearly dead. She has
Oh.
been crushed by a great weight. Which, if you think back on, you would clearly believe is you as you became a gorilla. Her ribs have been crushed in, piercing whatever organs they could find. So whatever the death she suffered was quite painful at the end.
Oh, that I was hoping you were going to say quick. Yeah, my stature's going to soften a little bit and head down and just kind of lost for a second, taken aback.
She doesn't appear like she's not just like a puddle kind of thing. You didn't crush her that much, so by appearances she looks fine. Like she looks dead, but like you can still see her face is a face.
Shall we take the head of this heathen, ward off any one of his followers from fighting us on the way out?
Oh, Falgrim, how I've missed thee.
Really? Nothing, Ryan?
Meh.
Well, if no one opposes, I'm gonna lay the short sword down.
Like, did I hear any of that being in the stairwell?
You were already heading down the stairwell. If you want to roll a perception, I'll allow it, but
I'm distracted right now.
Am I seeing anything on my way up the spire besides bodies that are telling me where to go?
You passed by a series of knights that were dead. One of them looks like it's been stripped naked.
Okay.
Then you cross the drawbridge into it's a 30 by roughly 10 room. There is a great wooden and steel eagle attached to the ceiling, which looks like it's seen some blunt impact. And there are a couple more of the assorted cultist bodies there, as well as some doors that remain shut. In this particular room, there is a door on the south as you're passing by that is shut before you enter. Two large doors about 12 feet high look like the gate entrance to a gate, which opens to a spiral staircase leading up.
Alright, I'd like to pause in that room, quietly stare at the eagle and mutter a few things to myself, and then turn to the stairwell, assuming my party would have ascended.
Alright, so I beheaded him, and I put his head on my belt's God of War style.
Okay. Campaign's getting real dark.
You're muted or cutting out.
This campaign's getting real dark.
Hey, I mean, Chris has a penchant for beheading and putting heads on spikes. Let's look at poor Lank.
Like deserved it.
Alright, so Baron, on your way up, you pass, like I said, there's a number of doors that are still closed. You'd guess that your friends made a fairly direct path to the top before you and Kate meet each other somewhere around the middle.
I give Kate a hard stare up and down the naked body. You attempted to do the monastery trick here?
I look up, somewhat distracted and confused. Monastery trick?
Yes, when I pretended to be a priest.
Oh, no. We couldn't perform as you did. We just had an escort.
I nod solemnly. Have you killed the leader of this cult yet?
We killed
Did we?
Where's a bug? You saying hi? Hi, everyone!
Hi.
Riley, can you show them bug? Where's a bug? What's bug? Bug? Yeah.
What about
No, that's a booger.
Can you say frog? Frog. Yep. How about cold? Cold. Can you say hot? Can you show them hot? Hot. Yes. How about
outside?
outside?
You want to show a plane?
How about plane? Yep, plane. What else do we know?
brush teeth?
You know D&D?
Do you need to brush teeth? Yep, brush teeth. Did you just eat?
D&D. Done dirt cheap.
You just ate? Yes.
Where's Riley's nose?
Can you say thank you?
Riley's.
Yeah, you stick your finger in your nose because Mom encouraged that.
All I said was, where's your nose?
Can you say thank you?
Thank you.
Good
What
job.
about grass?
What's grass? You're kind of cheating on that one. Grass? Get out of here. How about more? No, that's hurt. What's more? More. Yep.
Banana.
No, yep, banana. That's a new one. Banana. Can you say, yeah, hi? Milk? Yep, it's milk.
Water?
Yeah. There's too many that involve this.
She knows the difference, though.
Yeah, no, I know she does, and it's all slightly. I don't think so, Peanut. Can you say, "Bye, everyone. I'm going to bed.
Night, night.
Good night." Blow a kiss.
Mwah.
Blow a kiss. Good job. Get off the microphone, Peanut.
Mama? Mama? How about Dada? Can you show Dada?
Dad?
How do you do Dad? How do you do
Dad?
Alright, so Fulgrim, you took the head and went to meet Cade?
Baron and Cade, yeah.
Okay.
Cade, what was your answer to my question?
What was the question? Oh, did we kill the leader of the cult?
Oh, I intervened and said, did we?
I didn't think you were there. I just thought you were throwing that out there.
I guess he couldn't hear me, so it works both ways. Alright, carry on.
My reply was, we killed someone. And that kind of trailed off.
We must find and eradicate the true leader of this place. Then.
Give a stern nod and motion up the stairs towards the party.
Lead on.
On the way up, I'm going to ask, you look a little worse for wear. Do you need anything? Are you okay?
I need to burn this place is what I need.
I would have thought you had your fill of fire from the looks at you.
I give you a bit of a side glance. Lovely. 1 second. Yeah, that's gonna suck. Give you a bit of a side glance and just shrug my shoulders. You might think that.
Lawrence is a cultist now.
Ba-ba-bum.
Without saying anything further, I grimly just nod my head and start marching up the stairs.
I follow closely next to him, careful not to be behind.
You know how many are left here?
There seem to be a number throughout the spire. I only know for certain that there are the people in the kitchen, but I did my best to keep them from coming out.
I gotta change my D20. My rolls are so crappy right now. I haven't rolled anything higher than a 6 yet.
Are they crap or are they useful?
Depends on perspective.
I'll say direct. You think this key goes to the upper floor?
I'm gonna walk over to the continuation of the spire and look up to see if I see a door.
Well, you guys were on the pinnacle, so it was just the gazebo that really reached further. But it doesn't look like it has a door to it.
We also came through his personal quarters, right?
No. You came on a direct path from the stairwell. You didn't really search anywhere else.
Probably a key to his quarters, I'd imagine.
Shall we?
Thanks.
I don't know
nice
where it is.
I guess that gazebo.
and the party is split.
I'm confused. I thought it was just a gazebo. With, like, no door.
Yeah, did Dave miss when I said it was a gazebo with no door?
He must have, because he was like, the gazebo! And I don't think that's the answer.
Okay, just a heads up, as we're walking up the stairs, you see me look to one of my rapiers, which lights in flame, and I hold it to the nearby tapestries as we go.
Did you have that before?
Not that you've seen.
I think he was acting that in character.
I answered in character.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, fuck me then.
As things start to catch, I mention, we still have to go down, right?
I just give you a solid look and then keep walking up the stairs.
I'm going to look to Rect and say, oh, I didn't realize it didn't have a door. All right, let's just wait for our friends then.
Well, we might as well head down to meet them. No point in standing around up here.
Slight smile crosses my face as I'm assuming we've run into Falgrim at this point. Yes?
Yes.
Falgrim, it's good to see you.
You missed it. Me and Rek took down their leader in one mighty blow each. Look at this sorry bastard.
So you have routed this cult then?
There's some stragglers about. I'm hoping this detours them and demotivates them.
Oh. Let's bring them low. The flame in the field. Let's cleanse this place of their darkness.
I say, ha! Baern! Good to have you back. And I walk over and clap him on the back.
Ha! Correct. You as well. It is good to be back.
I'm going to toss them a couple coins and say, these are the ones you helped us kill.
So I let the coins just hit me in the chest and fall to the steps, making no move to catch them.
3 platinum and 18 gold.
I'm going to kind of step back and look Baron up and down, just kind of... You look well, but you seem... different.
I was burnt. I met one of the other cults. We should crush them next.
I'm down with smiting any heretics.
Good.
So that key, there's no chest nowhere upon review that would warrant using that key?
For
In
the
this
third
room?
time, no.
I did not hear a no. I
We
must have
tried the
stood up.
gazebo, which had no door. We knew there was no chest, and there wasn't a door going further up the spire. So, once again, as previously stated, I think it's a key to his sleeping chambers.
You all convene on a... You're about 1 level down. There are 4 doorways at this juncture of the spire. 1 in each diagonal.
Can we smell smoke?
Give me a perception.
17.
smell some smoke.
All of a sudden, I stop and sniff the air. Something's burning.
This tower is burning.
What? And why are we standing around here talking? If you're burning the tower down, we should go.
We need to make sure none of them escape.
Why?
This cult is a blight upon the land. You should know this.
I mean, they steal people and lie.
And they manipulate the wind.
All right. So while they were gone, can I have taken a long rest? I mean a short rest and attuned to my wingsuit. I'm just kidding.
Damn it, Dave.
Because that would have been funny if I was like, all right, peace, bitches.
This shit's on fire. See ya.
Alright, I'm going to start heading down the stairwell, seeing as the tower is now on fire, and I know this.
Well, I only lit a few tapestries.
I'm gonna head up. Be like, wait, there could be something in the gazebo. But this key goes.
Gazebo.
And I'm gonna take the key and run up to the gazebo.
Okay. It's a gazebo.
I'm gonna look around for any, anything the key goes into.
You see nothing of the sort. Doesn't look like there's anything in the gazebo at all.
Is there a view outside the tower from the gazebo?
I mean, the tower, once you're on the pinnacle, is open except for the gazebo. So you can see.
There's also very much a whatever the hell it's called, spyglass.
Can I take a quick look around from up there to see if there's anything of note
You can.
in the surroundings? There we go. Changing the D20 worked. 27.
Alright, are you looking for anything in particular?
I'm looking for locations, or if there's like a gathering of people, or anything. Like, I don't know. Anything.
Alright, so as you swing the spyglass around, trying to get a glimpse of really anything, there are a good bit of it's mostly open area. There's a river running through the valley that you can see. There's another plateau off in the distance. There's a griffin roost south against the western wall of the valley. You also see a surprisingly large number of vultures that seem to be picking at remains, both near and far.
Like the giant type birds we saw before, or normal vultures?
Both.
Interesting.
I'm gonna run down from the gazebo and say, "Nothing up there. Let's go."
I watch as Jail apparently runs back and forth behind me. And shrug my shoulders and start walking after them.
I'm gonna say,
Have you explored the valley? How long was I gone?
just a couple hours. Are you taking that? I point to the spyglass.
No.
I'm gonna shove it in my pocket.
My understanding was this was a large, like, setup spyglass, not like a pirate spyglass. Was I incorrect in that assumption?
Is this
Adam?
like a magnifying glass or a telescope, or is it a?
I was thinking like telescope. I get what you're saying, Dave. I don't know which one it was.
All right. So what was the question? I'm sorry.
How big is this spyglass?
It was like
Is it like a pirate size, or is it like a telescope?
it was like a mounted telescope.
Okay, never mind then.
That's why I was like, if I'm right, you can't put that in your pocket, Dave.
He said spyglass. I think of spyglass. I think of like
No, that's fair. I hadn't thought of it that way, but I can see either way.
I think of a lens on a map. So I thought it was a magical lens on a map. Never
He
mind.
said it was he said, and I quote, a large spyglass mounted on a tripod.
Yeah, after I asked.
No,
Right?
No.
that was definitely a description I gave.
That was what he told Cade verbatim when Cade asked if he could use it.
My bad.
Calling out the others. What do you mean I've only been gone hours? Surely it's been at least a week. That's what it feels like.
No, I would say more than a few hours, but certainly not more than a day.
I shake my head, my eyes a little wild in bewilderment. Very strange.
4 hours at most. The time it took us to get up the spire. Yeah.
And
All
you
right,
found any
so-
secret- Oh, go ahead.
While the spire burns down, we're going to argue about how long Baern's been gone.
Oh, I assumed we were still going. I was following you guys down as I was asking questions.
Dave never joined us.
Yeah.
Dave said he ran after you, yeah.
Oh,
That's why I said Dave was apparently running back and forth behind me as I was
no.
looking
All
at
right.
the spyglass.
So we're just walking down the stairs then while we're just
Yeah,
having casual conversation? Okay, all right.
You could
I just want to
You
understand.
could be on your way out the spire. It's a very casual escape from a attempting to burn tower.
I only burned a few tapestries. Come on.
I'm gonna cast protection from energy on myself for fire.
As I catch up with Recht and Falgrim again, was there anything on the ground floor? Any secret passages? Like the monastery where there is something further down below?
We'd probably be able to investigate if you didn't set it ablaze. We should probably get out of here.
Ah, the tower will take time to catch a blaze, really. I only lit a few tapestries.
There was mentions of floors below. They said they had some creatures down there that Jail wanted to look at.
There was also mention that tonight is the anniversary of the finding of this cult. So they planned on having a very large party. If we wanted to burn this place to the ground, we could simply light some fires, cross the drawbridge, and destroy the mechanism.
I don't think pulling down the drawbridge can do much since it seems like these guys can fly.
There
I
was
don't believe.
there were plenty of vultures out in the valley.
I believe, from what I gathered from Thurl, the only people who were given wingsuits were knights that had proven their worth. They said they had numerous apprentices, and she could not tell us how many.
Looking at Baern, our guide didn't seem to be very familiar with this cult's doings. I don't know if this was their main area. I actually spied what seemed to be a stronghold somewhere to the east that these air cultists seem to reside in.
Sounds like that's where we should head then.
Definitely. This isn't finished yet.
So we also know of a Jan C. Bin. Thurl did not seem to like him, said he was an imposter. Perhaps this is a rival cult leader?
Can I make an insight check?
You can.
Uh, 24.
I'm pretty sure Thurl suggested Jan C. Bin was the Prince of Elements of Air.
I grow visibly angry.
I would consider them rivals then, no? He did not seem happy when we mentioned the name.
It was displeasure due to secrecy, not due to anger towards Yansi Bin himself. But that was just my impression.
Can I make an insight to determine which one of us is right?
You can, and 1 second.
Okay.
Sorry.
Just punch that girl in the mouth. Knock her out. Put her on the couch. Bungee her down. And be good for the night.
All I know is jail is correct, I believe. This Yansi Bin was a blowhard fool of a prince of air. We should foil whatever plans they have in the works. Okay, to spot the stronghold, I vote that we head that direction. You killed the leader here. I'm sure someone there will try to step up and take his place. The problem with the cults like this.
We killed the leader, and whom I believe was the captain of the guard as well.
Captain of the guard of the town?
Of the spire.
Oh, the spire.
The woman that we fought in honorable combat. Who then proceeded to yield and bring us to Thurl.
Was that the crushed and headless corpse I passed?
Ooh, that might have been my fault.
The female that was crushed was the captain. The headless was Thurl.
Oh, I thought he beheaded the same body. Never mind.
Nope.
My bad.
I think he only cut Thurl's head off.
Who knows with Chris?
Yeah.
The female genuinely didn't seem to know what was going on here, what the cult had been up to. I honestly don't think she was a very big player in this group.
She seemed to be a good soldier and eager for a challenge.
Yeah, even her own guards called her out and said that they knew she wasn't strong enough for the task. I think she was more of an underling than anything.
I think that's just because she was wise enough to know that she was beat. Kind of feel bad.
Only,
Yeah, I bet.
only kinda.
So are we still in a burning spire, or are we like...
We're at the ground floor.
Okay.
Adam
But
didn't.
the whole spire's not burning. It's just a few tapestries on the stairwell. You guys are getting all worked up.
I wasted a spell. I want someone to take some fire damage.
It was a few tapestries on the wall, and I'm assuming the spire is stone, so burning yet.
Yeah, you said as you were going up, so that means like from a quarter way up, all of the tapestries on the spiral staircase are burnt.
Yes, I already said that.
Yeah, everyone hurt.
Give me perceptions. Ryan, you are muted.
Damn it, I need to change my D22 today. Oh, fuck. What was it, perception? That's a 9.
So the best of us, man. My metal dice wasn't rolling anything higher than a 6, so I had to change up.
I haven't rolled anything higher than an 8.
Yeah, sounds like you need to change up too.
Yeah.
As soon as I changed it up, I broke 20.
Baron, the scent of burning and smoke is growing heavy in the air. You believe that though you were setting tapestries up as you begin your march up the stairwell, the wooden fixtures and doorways are starting to catch and spread.
Looking a bit sheepish. Maybe I was wrong to light so many fires. It seemed sniffing the air, as if it's catching a bit faster than I expected it to. My apologies, friends.
With him saying it, you can all notice it now.
We don't apologize. We're bringing the spire down. We should probably just move a little faster.
Well, we're at the ground floor already.
We have to cross the drawbridge.
Yeah. Should we check for any secret passages downwards first, or simply head to the stronghold?
The stairwell does continue down. It was not
Okay, I don't need to search for
previously.
secret passages.
No.
We're just celebrating the anniversary.
Yeah. What better than a bonfire to get this party popping?
At that, you can hear the sounds of panic start to emerge.
Well, if we are done and we don't want to go down, I say we cross the drawbridge and find a way to seal it shut. Those who would follow this cult here can pay for their crimes.
All too eagerly. Yeah, let's go. I can't be in here much longer.
A pyre in honor of the sheriff. I like it.
Okay, let's get out of here. I'm gonna bring up the rear.
We did mention they can fly, so they probably doesn't matter if we destroy the drawbridge or not.
Fucking right, that explodes. Only the knights can fly.
Only the knights of the fucking order were given wingsuits.
But there's a bunch of dead knights laying around with wingsuits.
Doesn't mean they know how to use them.
I don't think they're just...
And I don't know.
guys just gonna come over and be like, oh, alright, later, guys.
The tuning is also a thing. Doesn't just apply to PCs.
We could also call in giant birds or like a magic carpet or something.
If we see any escaping, we can track where they go. And if anything, they lead us back to their fellows.
Regardless, let's get out of here.
I'm with Baron. We destroy the drawbridge. I don't care about what you think about they can all fly. Not every single one of them will escape this place.
Alright, so the party makes its way across the drawbridge.
Yep.
The mechanism is on the inside, I would assume.
Yeah, it was a pulley system rigged to the side you were on.
Is the drawbridge hitting the land on the other side, or is it supported solely from the chains?
No, it's supported from the chains, but it is resting on the land on the other side.
Is it wood?
Yes.
Can we burn it?
I wanted to bring up the rear and just have my lantern oil trailing behind me. And look to banners like, you know what to do.
See, you gotta express that.
Well, I wanted to bring up the rear. I wanted to mention, okay, everyone's walking out. And I was like, alright, this is what I'm doing.
So you let a trail of oil?
Let a trail of oil behind me. As I am last in the lineup, and I look to Baron and say, you know what to do.
I draw a rapier. Have a slightly cruel smile flashes across my face as my rapier alights in flame, and I touch it to the oil.
The hell did you get that? I'm in a torch.
I just smile toothily at you.
Chris grows increasingly angry at his short sword.
I want a magic weapon too! Throws it into the gully.
I am going to throw the head into the gully. Guess we won't be needing this. And I chuck it out. I don't carry a Rodney head.
A couple
See, if you were
vultures
bringing
out.
up the rear and you had this great idea, you should have put the head right before the drawbridge. So when everyone comes running out, they just see headless Thurl and the drawbridge on fire.
That would
That
have
would be
been
pretty
cool,
good.
man.
I wish I thought of that.
Evil campaign.
I look to Jail and Cade. Keep an eye out on the back end of the tower as much as possible. See if there's anybody fleeing. If you were right, and some of them can use whatever these wingsuits you mentioned are, call a vulture, we should be able to see where they flee to.
With that, I give a nod and run off to the side of the tower so I can kind of still see the party, but see the back end of the tower.
I look to Falgrim and Rect. It's likely that some will try to cross the bridge despite the flames. Should be ready.
I'm going to go to the other side of the tower and keep watch on the other side.
At that, give me perceptions.
Oh, is it sunlight? Am I in direct sunlight?
You're drow.
What?
Yes, it's still day.
Okay.
Alright, you do note that there is now a large clamor, and people are trying to escape. Those on the upper floors, you can see flames start to spill out of the windows. And those that have resigned themselves to being trapped in the fire, a couple have decided to throw themselves out.
Oh Jesus! This went dark.
The ability on Iron Fang, Shatter. Where can I find that?
Shatter is the spell Shatter. Should be in the PHB. I'm not sure what page off the top of my head.
Alright, I'll find it.
Give me a sec. I've got it on mine. Shatter is on page
275.
275. It's verbal somatic material components, though presumably not for you. Adam's like, I don't want to look it up for you, but I'm going to beat Lawrence telling you what page it's on.
I got my new PHB. I gotta wear it in somehow. But that's so that was on the upper floors. There are a couple people that you can see. They're trying to make their way through the flames ahead, and then they see the drawbridge on fire.
As they become visible, I draw my other rapier and light that one aflame and smile toothily, waving them slightly at them.
I'm going to procure Iron Fang, and once a group of them gets to the center of the drawbridge, I'm going to cast Shatter.
I like it.
Okay.
Good thing these guys are evil. Otherwise, I'd almost feel bad about this.
Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, they're now there?
Yeah, those that are trying to come out are trying to rush across the bridge, aiming to get away from the flame, and hoping to have better luck with you. There are roughly 4 on the bridge now.
Alright, so I'm also trying to deal damage to the bridge as well.
That's what I figured the primary target was.
Yep, primary target is the bridge because I'm trying to weaken the wood so that it catches faster. Or smash it, depending. So 3d8 thunder damage.
You get it.
I got you out of the faucet.
19 damage.
Uh, with the let's see, okay, it doesn't have the push that I thought it did. All right,
No,
No.
you're thinking of Thunderwave.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what I was thinking. Um,
Just loud, painfully intense ringing noise.
I'm like, shit, did he just launch cultists off the side?
That would have been funny too.
um,
And it does say any non-magical objects that isn't being worn or carried also takes all damage.
So as long as they didn't enchant the drawbridge.
the drawbridge is unenchanted,
I figured it might be.
and you do a thorough job of, as the sound rings out, a couple of the guards throw their heads to their ears and are knocked off balance, falling towards the edge as the drawbridge starts to crack and crumble beneath them.
If we're not in combat, I'm going to roar again and do it again.
You
Clearly enjoying this.
You are not not in combat, as they are not trying to fight you, just flee. So feel free to do it again.
Alright, so my eyes kind of glaze over in the look of almost a barbarian rage, but not in a full rage. Clearly I like what I enjoy the fact that I'm destroying things right now, so I roar again as loud as I can and cast it again.
Okay, roll damage.
$22.
All right. With the second boom, the cultists that are on the bridge look up, almost like the human version of the sad puppy eyes, like, are you really doing this? As the drawbridge just collapses entirely, splintering itself beneath them. The four that were on the drawbridge are all there's nothing for them to grab onto, and they're just flailing about as they fall, their cries echoing through the valley as they descend through their inevitable fate. And there is a small group in the doorway of the spire, with one young male cultist at the front. He takes a knee, and you believe he's starting to pray as everything just engulfs around them.
I kick a small object in the dirt off the cliff, and then I turn to that man that just knelt down, and I vicious mockery him.
I don't know what that does.
It means he has to make a save, or he takes damage because I insulted him too badly. So he's going to take 2d4 damage if he fails his wisdom saving throw.
Okay, what's the DC?
The DC is 15.
He throws so many insults that he needs to, protect himself against
Oh,
it.
Jesus Christ. You stop the man's prayers, and he looks up, a shell of a broken man, as his faith has been shattered in front of him, and he just drops his arms by his side and just falls off the side.
Ah, it's fucked. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's what I was going for, Chris.
I don't think Kellenborg would have a problem with this, so I'm kind of enjoying it.
Can I see all this from my spot on the side?
Yeah, you can see on the side. Jail, you can see people jumping from the windows, and that the spire is now fully engulfed, but you don't see the extreme prejudice in the front.
Do I see people with wingsuits leaving?
No, you do not. You do see there are a couple of animals that are starting to jump out the windows. Griffins, vultures, and the like that seem to be relatively unscathed and escaping. But they don't have any riders that you can tell.
I'm gonna let a sigh of relief go.
Bah. You're soft, Jail. You're soft.
Oh, I want to show this parade a little bit. A thermal updraft is a thing, Adam.
Thermal updraft?
They're all
Yes.
forced upwards. Huzzah!
All the animals? Okay. I mean,
Now just carry on. Carry on. I'm sciencing. You guys just carry on.
you can science all you want. It's they're jumping out of a spire, even if with a thermal updraft. It's in a valley, so there's not an overhang or something that they're now getting smashed into.
Okay, that's fair.
Although that would be funny, and now I'm sad. But there's only a small handful of once mounts escaping.
That looks like it takes care of that. I call over to Jail and Cade. Any escapees?
Nope.
Looks clear over here.
Damn. Guess we'll have to cleanse them the old-fashioned way.
Damn, that means all the heathens died in there. It's a good thing.
It means that there are heathens still out there that we can't find as easily. I was hoping for an escapee or two that we could track.
Perhaps we should have taken a prisoner
What are you looking for?
and let him loose.
I don't recall.
Who knows what he would have done if he knew we'd let him loose. If they thought they were fleeing, they would have gone to refuge immediately.
I don't recall if Jail and Cade made knowledge of what they saw. Well, no, they did. And Cade definitely called out that he saw the doorway.
Doorway? He said he saw a strong
Shadowy figure walking through a doorway. Was that you?
Hmm. Oh.
Are you asking me in character?
No, I'm
I was gonna say,
talking to Mike.
I was going to say, I have no idea what you're talking about, so...
Holy
No.
crap.
I'm on follow. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, I know Jail and Cade are the two that looked through the spyglass and saw it.
And I told them about the cult activity to the east.
Yeah.
Which is why I thought the guy we killed was not the big baddie.
Would the east be the valley? Or somewhere else?
It would be in the Sign Valley, yes. From where you looked, since you looked recently, let me give you the map too, so you can see again.
I can't see anything, so...
Oh, that's right. Yep. So I will not give you the map. So to the east, there was an area that you had spotted with some vultures that were picking apart remains, and then further past that there was a gully jutting into the cliffside that you believe he's mentioning.
Okay.
It looks like the river has some sort of connection there.
Let's head into the valley then. Is there a way down? Did anyone see?
Nope, but I could use a rest before we start going.
What time of day is it?
It's approaching dusk now.
Oh, we've got an excellent campfire for the night if we want to camp here.
As cries ring out through the valley of those still trapped inside.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of cock an eyebrow at Baern. Maybe we could find a more peaceful spot.
This whole valley is not peaceful, and that's why we're out here.
Gonna be quiet now, and we can, if any.
You can take first watch, Cade, and by the time you go to bed, I'm sure they'll be quiet.
If any venturing participants come back, we'll be able to watch them or see them.
It's more likely that anything hostile will avoid this area. Nothing out there is going to enjoy the flame. The beasts run from fire.
Except the flame cultists who were fighting here earlier. For all we know, they could be sending reinforcements.
They won't be a problem.
How do you know such things? Well, what happened to you?
They just won't be a problem.
Because we're gonna kill them too?
If they come at us, yes.
Lol, insight. Insight is a 24.
Alright. You fully believe that Baern is being truthful when he says that if they come at us, he will fight them, yes?
Baron's one of us. Of course he'd kill the heretics.
I look a little shocked at that. Was there a question of that? We fought together. I've composed songs of all of you. Of course I will help you. We are out here to defeat these cults, are we not?
Of course, isn't that right, Cade?
Of course. It's our mission to free this land of these people. I'm visually kind of off-put and shaken by this whole ordeal.
We should find someone to pay us, though.
Are you afraid of
Because
fire?
you aren't getting enough money. Of all things that you're getting not money.
You are the weirdest druid. Looking to Cade. Are you uncomfortable with fire?
It's not the fire. It's just the. This whole situation just makes me very uncomfortable. I don't like the. And I'll kind of motion to the fire and the screams of suffering that I hear.
I can block that out with a little music. Tell us what makes you uncomfortable.
What do you say? Tell us what makes you uncomfortable or more?
Yeah. Uncomfortable about the fire.
Oh no, I just said it with the screams of agony and pain.
Well, if they bother you, let me I'll strum a few notes while we make camp.
The scream of evil cultists. I will sleep well tonight. Even you couldn't play a lullaby so sweet. You're muted, Ryan.
You're muted.
I give Balgrim a high five.
I chuckle. Oh, let me play some accompaniment for it then.
Something in symphony.
I start strumming along, making careful note to drop as I hear a scream so that it can be highlighted within the song.
And Baern invents metal. It's canon now.
This is just turning into make Kate uncomfortable.
It's canon now. Baern invented metal amidst the screams of a dying cult in flame.
I'll take
Through
it.
the fire and flames.
I will take it.
I'm gonna cast Druidcraft. Try and see what the skies are gonna be like in the next 24 hours.
Okay.
You get a little fireball in your hand.
It's either going to be hot or we're going to have a bad day tomorrow.
I don't know how I want to do this. So you're all making camp right there?
I'm okay with making camp right there.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Cade's the only one that's uncomfortable. And
Yeah.
Cade and I still haven't really made it much of a relationship, so.
Oh, you're uncomfortable by fire? Here's this.
To be fair, I would have added to your song if I was around, but I missed it.
Yeah, I missed like the most badass things Cade ever did.
Yeah, I mean, gotta make sure you do it around the bard.
So wait, the most badass thing you ever did was have Dave cast a spell on you?
Uh,
I meant the giant vulture that I rode and slaughtered, and
Oh, that part was pretty sweet. All right, fair enough.
no idea what you're
Fuck you,
talking
Chris.
Yeah, fastball special.
The fastball special was pretty awesome.
It was a giant hawk.
Didn't see it. Didn't happen.
No picks.
Screenshot or it didn't happen.
Technically, it did happen for Baron. You just weren't playing Baron.
Oh, come on.
So
Now I have to go back and rewatch it so I can compose my next verse.
sorry. But technically speaking, you were there.
Well, I had my short-term memory erased.
To be fair, it's
I'll
pretty.
allow it. You do think it's been days, so.
See?
Let's set up camp. Cade, you can dig yourself a little foxhole to drown out the noise. Make yourself comfortable for the night.
I
Jail,
play a particularly violent set of notes to accompany that statement.
Jail, your Druidcraft reveals clear skies.
Well, looks like we won't have any rain tomorrow. I'm good to camp here.
If it was going to rain, this would still probably be the best case, but at least we don't have to worry about that when we go down into the valley.
Almost ominously, as Dave says, we won't have to worry about rain. Thunder cracks through the sky.
As soon as that happens, I just look at Jail. You sure your magic's working?
I can tell you a fact that it's not. It'll definitely rain cultist blood tomorrow.
He's really getting into my metal genre, you know?
I'm going all in.
I got my first metalhead.
As I'm setting up camp, I start like laughing uproariously.
This party's gotten very bloodthirsty.
That thunder might be created by someone who was upset that we destroyed this tower.
Yancy Bin can weep in his domain. And we'll bring the rest of his cult down.
Maybe we shouldn't camp here.
I put out my bedroll and lay down.
Yeah, I was already making camp like laughing at the jokes.
Very well.
Alright, so who's taking first watch?
I'll
Kate.
I'll take third watch.
I'll take second.
I can get it from there then.
I was gonna say wake me up whenever you need me, but yeah, I go to bed.
Start trancing.
Oh,
Okay. Cade, give me perceptions.
How many?
Just one. Sorry.
All right, that was at 18.
18.
Sorry, I had lower aggro there for a second. Do you need me to do anything?
You're
Everything.
making camp.
do
Okay.
everything. Get to it.
All the things. Mike, you gotta do me a favor and stop drinking that crap. Drink coffee like a real man.
I'll just like pour it into a coffee mug.
Get Ryan to give you the tiny fucking French press I gave him.
You think Mike would take that amount of time to make a coffee?
It takes 5 minutes. I don't know what you're on about.
Way too much time.
In the world of Keurig, it takes 5 minutes just to boil the water.
Fucking Keurig.
I mean, I'd probably use it to brew coffee into my monster. But
Gross. So gross. The idea of that. That turned my stomach a little bit. Good for you, Mike.
They do
Oh.
actually make coffee flavored Monster, but it's not in a blue can.
And it's not carbonated. Ugh.
Chris is like, my stomach, my heartburn. It's all happening at once right now.
I haven't had heartburn in eons, thankfully.
Good for you. I woke up the other morning and made me throw up. It was so bad.
Jesus.
Which only makes it worse, for the record. It's like I finish and I'm like, oh, I feel better. Oh my god, my heartburn.
Spending like $40 a month on fucking Zantac.
Drinking milk with pizza.
Milk steak all the way.
Alright, Cade, your watch passes. It's hard to say uneventfully, as there is a roaring fire enlightening the night for miles around. The wildlife have clearly chosen to stay away from this, and the cries have fallen to a bit faint, and no longer the echoes through the night that they were.
still a bit shaken. I'll go to Rect and wake him.
Lawrence, you're not DM. Mute.
I don't wanna.
Well, I'm gonna start using that excuse.
It's fair. It's fair.
Alright, I wake up with a grunt. And I will take second watch.
Okay.
Perception is a 15.
Alright, again, it's very clear that any wildlife, friend or foe, is staying far away from this. The heat from the spire, though still a distance away, is quite enveloping, and still roaring into the night. Aside from the crackle of ember and stone, you don't hear much of anything. You can, however, see that Baron is having a rough night. Tossing and
Very
turning,
sad. Very sad.
tossing and turning, seems unable to find peace.
Um. One second. Really, there's no calm spell? Oh, clerics get calm emotions. Right.
Appreciate the thought.
I'm going to, I feel bad understanding that he's, and it only being several hours, and him knowing and him thinking he's been gone at least a week. I certainly feel sorry for him, and I will pull out my holy symbol, pull the chain off from over my head, and using it as a focus in my hands, I'm going to clasp my hands together and say a prayer to Torm, praying heartily that my companion is able to overcome the nightmares and eventually calm himself. If not tonight, over the days to come. Because surely he has endured many hardships. And when I finish my prayer, I will pull out the feathered ring with a garnet and just kind of like look it over in my hand. I know you said it wasn't magical, right?
Yeah. It's just a lavish ring.
Yeah. So I look at it for a little bit, watching the way the garnet catches the fire, and then I'll just put it away and I'll just finish watch, just kind of watching the keep. But in the back of my mind, kind of gnawing at me, is I'm thoroughly enjoying watching the wreckage. Goddamn Iron Fang. Oh. Yeah.
Did you just get a secret message from Adam?
No.
No.
He's about to.
Oh, alright. I was rolling my D6 to see how many shatters I gained back, and then I was like, oh, wait a minute, I can't do that because I haven't finished my rest.
Nah, I was going to send you a message anyway.
Alright.
It was unrelated to that.
I think Lawrence is looking at the screen in your glasses.
I can't see anything, remember?
Oh,
You're all just your default pictures to me. In other words, Ryan and Michael are literally just blue blobs. And I've got Adam's kid, Chris's Putin, and then you with a really old bad picture of you and Ash.
I
Woo!
appreciate the correction.
Yeah, yeah. I've corrected a number of people down here on your behalf, so I hope you appreciate it a lot. I guess not.
To be fair, I'm probably being pretentious, but
No.
regardless, no,
No,
just a little bit.
not at all.
No one thinks that I'm correct when I say no. It's puts in actually.
Ghost puts in. Oh, I'm hungry now. Oh, there's so many trash puts in, and then there's fucking going to that Bonkies. That place was so good. It's been so long since I went there, and I went with Lawrence, and it was fucking incredible.
It was fantastic, yes. I still have dreams about it.
Very good. Especially tasty because it was like 4:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that was the surprising part to me. That was still open and going. And busy.
It's always busy.
Did you bring him to try the pho?
Yes.
It was very good too.
My
Love the
favorite
pho.
breakfast of all time.
Alright, so who was wrecked waking after his rest?
The trek should be ended, and Dave takes over everything else.
Yeah, Dave
Yeah.
can do everything else.
Okay. So Wreck goes back to sleep, Jail's awake.
I'm gonna attune to the flight suit and keep watch and attune with nature.
Alright, so since you're now attuning to it, as you attune to the flight suit, it becomes the more form-fitting suit. The slack goes away. So you can use a bonus action and expend one charge to gain a flying speed of 30 feet until you land. I'm assuming you're writing this down, so let me know when you're good.
Yep.
Your altitude, or at the end of each of your turns, your altitude drops by 5 feet.
Yep.
It drops instantly to 0 at the end of your turn if you didn't fly at least 30 feet horizontally on that turn.
Yep.
And when your altitude drops to 0, you land or fall. You must expend another charge to use the suit again. You can, when it has all of its charges expended, you can restore them by spending an hour inside an elemental air node.
And how many does it have?
Let's go with 5. Because it doesn't say. 5 seems good.
And I don't get one over a day. I just need to be in an elemental air node.
Yes.
Do I know what an elemental air node looks like or feels like?
I don't believe you've run into a node yet.
Cool.
Maybe. If you'd seen one, I don't think you checked on what it was. But you might have come across one. Let me double check.
Well, I just mean if that's the only way I can restore charges. Oh, and how many does it have now?
You took it from someone who used it, so it's only got 4.
So it's basically a glider.
And you have not run across a node yet.
Right? It's basically a glider.
Yeah.
Okay.
Less questions, more perception.
You didn't ask for perception.
I was trying to give him information on the wingsuit, sorry.
No, you're fine. I was just calling out Dave.
You want perception?
Yes.
That one. Did you hear me?
Yes, you said nat 1. You were entranced by the fire, dancing on this fire. Terrible rhyme, unintentional. You don't see anything other than that illuminating your surroundings, and you don't pay attention to hear anything.
Okay, do you want another one or no?
Yeah, give me one more.
Uh, 24.
All right. It'll be a long time before the tower goes out, but it does sound like the wildlife is starting to not go near that area, but return to their daily goings-on. Keeping a safe distance, but you can hear the flapping of wings and whatnot as they return about their lives. You also see that Baern is still tossing and turning through the night. Or, well, you see that Baern is tossing and turning, you know.
It still varies. Very sad. Very sad.
Okay. Gonna wait until everyone wakes up then.
I awaken bleary-eyed, mumble good morning, and eat a trail ration.
You alright, Baron?
Meh.
Gonna eat a trail ration.
I'm gonna find a nice spot in the sun and kneel down and kind of meditate for a moment.
Baron, you are the first stage of exhaustion.
Oh, lovely.
Do I get all my hit points back, or I have to use hit dice?
Was it full rest? You get all your hit die back, or you can take all the hit die you want.
That's how I house ruled it.
I don't want to play with alternating house rules, so I've been trying
No,
to
I just
stick.
didn't want to. Yeah, my house rules where you can roll all your hit die to get your hit points back on a full long rest, but you have to spend them on your short rests, which is the normal rule. For me, you don't auto heal on a long rest, but you're almost guaranteed to.
Rect has the Ring of Regeneration, so I doubt he's going to even attempt to roll. He's just going to be like, nah, I'll fix myself in the night.
Yeah, it's pretty much how it's going down.
just to clarify, Ryan, did you get the message that I sent?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Disadvantage on ability checks. Ah! Bah! Looks like I just have to get into advantage situations then.
I'll assume that the party's just doing their usual wake up, eat, and end of tuning. I gotta run bio real quick, so I'll be right back.
Isn't there's no base level restoration anymore?
No, it's level
Lesser resto at level 2.
Lesser resto.
Why did you need it?
Well, I was gonna see if I could spot him being exhausted.
Oh, I
Yeah,
like
but lesser restoration does not cure exhaustion anymore.
Oh.
I need greater resto for that.
Greater is necessary to cure exhaustion?
Ow, what the fuck?
That's crazy.
1 level of exhaustion as a 5th level spell.
That's wild. Jeez.
So y'all jelly of my sick hairdo?
Oh yeah.
I was actually like really nervous to do it, and Melissa kind of talked me into it.
Top needs to grow out a bit more.
Yeah, I mean, but
Always
Problem.
a critique.
I mean, what you really need now is to really let the back grow like down past your shoulders, and then I think you'll really have a look.
Ryan's look of disgust. It was pretty great.
that's like the stupidest mullet idea I've ever heard.
I mean, has there ever been a good mullet idea you've heard?
That's a fair point. No, there has never been a good mullet idea. No, the top's got to grow out a little bit more, but everything was so long. I had fucking wings out by my ears, and ugh. I had to do something.
That's me right now. I'm going full Howie Mandel tomorrow.
Are ya?
I'm probably not gonna take the razor, but like peach fuzz.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I told Melissa I was gonna grow it out, and she's like, "Bullshit." I was like, "No, I'm gonna do it." She's like, "You've never grown your hair out in your life." I was like, "Oh, that's a fair point." She's like, "There's no way you'd be able to," and it was so hot, and I just every day I'd be sweating. I'm like, I'm not shaving my hair. I came close a couple times, like pulled it out, was like, ready, like I'm done with this. And I was just sitting in the bathroom, just sweat pouring off, and it's like, well, it's not gonna get better right now, so I'm just gonna take a shower.
Summertime, freshly shaved head, fitted ball cap is a great feel.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, I
Sure.
totally agree. But doing something new.
You got maybe 4 weeks left of bullshit before things will start to taper off.
Oh, it was nice today.
Yeah.
It
Right.
was really nice today.
Today was the kind of weather I thought I was going to be driving up to. Didn't expect mini Miami weather. That's for sure.
We've been in this like shit heat wave on and off for like 3 weeks.
Oh,
It's like it'll rain, it'll mellow out, and then it'll get humid and be like 93 with 100% humidity for 4 days in a row.
Yep. I think I mowed my lawn Friday. Is the first time in like 3 weeks because it was so fucking hot.
I went to mow my lawn and I came across a yellow jacket's nest that was under the ground, so that was fun.
They're fun when they burrow.
Oh yeah, but we poured some gasoline down that hole and lit that sucker.
Redneck ant killer.
Did you get stung?
I got bit I mean, I didn't see a stinger, but there are also yellow jackets. They don't have barbs, so one of those bastards got me.
And you burn
Actually,
their whole family.
Pretty. Yeah, one came with me inside, so I got in a cup and put it in the freezer.
Put in a freezer.
Yeah. Well, I don't
That'll
think.
teach him.
I mean, as soon as like everyone else got home, I was like, "This was outside," and that didn't really change anything. But
I mean,
is that Ashley screaming? Is that what I keep hearing?
yeah, probably. But like our president says, you got to go after the families.
I actually had a Trump supporter tell me that, or I'm sorry, a Trump voter tell me that he wished he could take his vote back.
If only it was all of them.
Yeah.
Only it didn't matter because you were in Rhode Island.
It just makes the country look bad to the rest of the world. We look like a bunch of fucking idiots.
He's a lunatic.
Just slightly.
But in all honesty, screw the rest of the world. I'm sure you've heard about what's going on in the UK and in China and all that. I'm like, fuck all that.
Yeah, but at least they have the sense to at least pretend to have some decorum.
Yeah.
But in the UK, you can get
Blatantly racist against their own people.
I just hate how he says nothing and everyone fucking follows him like lemmings. Just drive nuts.
But he supports Putin like crazy, counterdicts the entire intelligence community of the U.S. Clearly is trying to foil any investigation into his clearly criminal cabinet.
And then he's
Not
like,
even-
"Oh, I didn't do anything."
Clearly criminal about it.
What?
You could say everything. That would be an appropriate response.
Oh. I was just like, wait, are you actually fighting me on that?
No. No.
I was just like, what?
No, it's like every day I wake up and they're like, so-and-so's under investigation. So-and-so's under investigation. So-and-so's under investigation. I'm like, this is good.
There's literally like one original cabinet member left.
Yep.
Everybody that was a part of his campaign's already been indicted on something. Half
Yeah,
of the
either
cabinet-
indicted or fired. Or resigned.
Why aren't you guys mad about the whole fucking North Korea thing? I can forgive all of it. But he goes on to say Kim Jong-un is a great leader that loves his people.
The reason I'm not mad is because he says that about anybody who applauds him. Like, it's meaningless.
Anyone who strokes his ego. Anyway,
Yeah.
Adam's back.
Yep, Adam, you just got a nice political discussion on your video.
I mean, it's fine. It was bound to happen at some point.
I mean, let's give the viewers what they really came here for.
Yeah.
All of a sudden we pick up like 15 tonight.
The world's on fire all around you. Here's this D&D session. The world's on fire here too.
Now we just show up on 4chan, libtards play D&D, and just watch the trolls go at it.
Tony's foaming at the mouth.
Could you imagine if we went viral and like
No, because 4chan would fucking dox us, and that's the last thing I want.
I don't even know what that means.
Dox?
Giving out your personal shit.
Oh my god.
Like home
Oh.
address, where
Already
you
assumed
work,
so.
people you associate with. That kind of shit.
You.
That's like a legit fear of mine, is that one day I'm going to be all over the internet for something stupid.
That's a fair fear. That's legitimate.
Like, I did something stupid as hell at work the other day, and I'm still waiting for a video to surface. I'm just paranoid about it.
What racist KKK thing did you do?
I use the employee bathroom, and I like to put toilet paper on the seat because it's dirty, and apparently that toilet paper gave me a tail that I proceeded to walk around the entire store with for the next half hour, and nobody told me.
Fantastic. I love it. I love it.
So I'm walking to my car, and I see that, whoa, I have a tail. So,
That what nuts you told me about.
and I proceeded to speak to like 3 managers before I left and help like 5 customers, and still not a word. So
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
That's just fucking funny.
It's not like it was a little thing either. Like this went down to like my ankle. Like
How many times did you get asked if you wash your hands?
surprisingly none, which is a little worrying.
That's a little worrying, yeah.
Anywho, I'm gonna move to the cliff side and look for a way down the valley.
Okay. Give me your perception.
Well, since I have disadvantage, I got an 11.
Alright. You can't really see from your vantage a pathway down. Other than
I pretty much
scaling
calm my two bleary eyes, look over at the group. Somebody find the way down.
How far down does it look?
from the cliffside to the bottom of the valley, 400 feet.
Okay.
You want to jump?
Is it consistently like what are the sides of this chasm made of?
Only you can do that.
I have an idea.
Rock, stone.
Are we in direct sunlight?
Shut up, Dave.
It is day. It is daylight, and you are outside.
21. Looking for a way down.
You believe you can work around the valley to an extent over near kind of a midway point between the spire and the gully itself and descend in without having to scale cliffs.
We could probably go that way. Go midway down and then... What'd you say?
Lead on, Darkling friend.
You'd be working around to the northern tip of the valley and then descending in. So it'd be, you think to get around everything, it'd be about a half a day's march, and then however long it would take you to traverse down.
Okay, I'll lead the group that way.
Okay.
Baron, sing us a tale of Baron, sing us a tale of dispatching heretics.
Not really feeling it today.
What you on about? Take a couple sips of that wine from your backpack. You'll be there in no time.
Don't really want it.
I'll have some if you don't want it.
I shrug, pull out a bottle, and hand it to him.
I'm gonna take a swig. Be like, thanks, friend, but you feeling all right?
Did you drink from it?
Yeah.
Adam, I gave him the bottle of flammable monk booze. FYI.
I was gonna ask because I was hoping. There is a very burning sensation as you drink fucking nitroglycerin.
I'm gonna cough a little bit. I'm like, oh, that's strong. Good on you, friend. I'm gonna hand it back to him.
I shrug and keep it, and I keep walking.
I'm gonna stand there bewildered and be like, oh man. Shake my head because he's not right.
Dave, give me a constitution.
Yeah. 21.
Alright. Stung like shit, but shouldn't have any lasting effects on you.
That's great.
And that was a How much friction do I have left?
I just hit
How much
every
what?
fucking key. Holy
Oh.
shit.
Aren't you at disadvantage, Dave, due to sunlight? Or is it just perception stuff?
That's just perception stuff.
Oh, good. The front half of my book is... No, the front eighth of my book is now off.
Huh? Just email the customer support.
Yeah, that's what I need to...
Like I said, dude, it took a day for them to respond, and then I had my new book in like 10 total, all said and done. And I literally said that the pages of my book are breaking free of the ties that once bound them and starting to declare independence. And they were like, "Here's your book," and I don't even have to send the other one back. So I think I'm just gonna punch it and put it in a binder, give it to Penny as her first D&D book or something.
Here you go, kid. You'll never need this ever in your life, but it's yours.
Well, she sees me using mine enough. Here's hoping.
Well, you just got to wait till they're of an age, and then you can run a child's game, and eventually they'll be able to join us.
Oh my god, teaching kids like right and wrong in D&D.
I love the thought of it, and that's part of why I want to do it. And two, I can only imagine that by the time Penny or Riley get into it, they're gonna try to do something, and we're gonna respond. And they're just gonna look at us and be like, "You guys are the worst people ever. Like, this is stupid. All you do is set fires. Where's the fun?"
They'll have to learn. They have to learn. We have to bring them up right.
Alright, so Dave, what's your survival as you guide the party around?
You're muted.
You're muted.
Thank you. My survival is a 13.
Alright, fortunately you're not following a path, but it's pretty easy to keep track on where the cliffside is so you don't get lost. The beginning of your travels is fairly uneventful.
Okay. Do you want to roll again?
Yep, give me...
Got 15.
Alright, perception from everyone as you travel. It's a solid disadvantage roll, Lawrence.
Yeah, the better roll was 2 higher.
Right on.
Ryan, perception.
I think he's
Hold on.
his best accent.
That, and I kind of have the complexion that looks like him. fucking.
Bounce.
Ah,
We're the Peaky
he's such a
fucking blinders.
great
No,
actor,
we're not
and he hasn't
John.
done anything
We're not the
else.
Peaky fucking...
Perception's a 16.
Alright, you can all hear the sounds of vultures in the chasms nearby, picking apart remains and prey. Or remains and, yeah. Without any of the former air cultists from the spire around, they don't appear to be hostile, paying you no attention as you pass. One more survival, Dave.
JL, why don't you woo one of these creatures to act as scout for us?
Why don't you? 19.
You see me akin with beasts?
They're just minding their own business.
I didn't say to kill it, I said to befriend it. Is that what you do?
No. And I continue leading.
You was wrong then.
Alright, you reach the northern end of the valley. There's a winding descent down into the gulch.
Okay.
Grumbling as we walk, I look to Falgrim. I've composed a song if you really want one.
Only if you're up to it.
If you don't want it, I won't sing it.
Well, sing away if it's not too much trouble.
Yeah, that's what you do, isn't it?
I, bleary and red-eyed, look over at Jail and... There once was a cultist of Yansi Bin. To follow his name was a sin. His followers did die, screaming their lie, until all their numbers were burnt. Like dust they called to their wind, "Save us, O Yansi Bin!" But with Falgrim's right and Rek's great might, their ashes they did send aturnt. The wind blew forth, their fate, of course, was sealed to the flame, for they were to blame. A lesson must be learnt. They cried and they died, their numbers for naught. The cult was brought low, their lord's plans did not so, and their path was brought to an end. That's it.
I begin clapping. It's good to see you're back a little, Baern.
I've named it the Wind Cult's Fate.
Kalimvar will be glad to sort him out thereafter.
Yes, Kalimvar.
I think it's just up here. and I lead on.
All right. Perception from everyone.
Christ on a cracker. My perception is garbage tonight.
At least you don't have disadvantage.
I might as well.
Ignore the plus. I got ham fist tonight.
Tonight?
Totally.
All right. Baern.
I had the highest?
Yes.
You rolled an 18. That's a good roll. What are you on about?
I rolled a 10 after disadvantage. Plus my mod.
Still an 18.
You're the only one that broke over a 15 even, so.
Fair enough.
Uh,
I had a 27.
As such, you are the only one to hear a loud roar. A couple of them, in fact.
Can't be that loud. He was the only one that heard it.
I was gonna say it must be a long distance.
It's in a distance, yeah.
In a distance. Ah, in a distance.
Actually, that's a fair point. He's got what? Yeah, Baron Falgerman wrecked hear it.
Womp womp, jail.
I didn't mean to rule lawyer you. Rule lawyer you.
No, it's a valid point. So, Baron Falgerman wrecked. You hear a loud roar.
Everyone was like crazy.
Coming closer. A couple loud roars.
Prepare for battles.
For
Something
what?
approaches.
As you look about, you can see a couple large creatures starting to make their way towards you from the air.
I am going to put... I forget the spell name. The guidance? I believe it is guidance. Before combat. Onto Rect.
Okay.
Enemies are coming.
Ready your attack.
Initiative, everyone.
That was your opportunity to ready in action, but for a surprise round or something. But regardless, hold on. I gotta look up guidance because I forget what it does. It wasn't guidance that I wanted to fucking cast on him. God damn it.
What was it?
It's like akin to the Bardic Inspiration.
Is it Bless?
Bless. Thank you.
Bardic Inspiration is mine. Back off.
I said akin.
What are we rolling for?
Initiative.
You're rolling
Oh, we're in
initiative.
combat.
You, Falgrim, and Baron heard a couple roars from the distance that are approaching.
And you have a bless before combat began, so you get 1d4 on attack roll.
Can I target them as soon as they make 120 feet away?
You can.
I'd like to cast a spell as soon as they do.
Attack roll or saving throw. Use it at your discretion within the next 10 rounds.
It opened up in the back.
Did you tell her she's going to Offspring yet?
Yeah.
Honey,
I was really hoping you would live stream her reaction. Just leave the mic on.
No, she was fine about that, but she wanted it to be a date.
Ah,
So
I get to spoil that.
Lawrence's third whaling the event she didn't know she was going to.
Thanks for putting it that way. I feel worse about it. But yeah, as soon as they're within 120 feet, I want to cast a spell if that's cool.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I'm just writing numbers.
Yeah, I just don't want to all of a sudden have combat and they're like 20 feet away from us. I'm like, no!
Nope, they were approaching.
Ryan, you caught the bless, right? Because you didn't react to me saying that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Who did you bless, by the way?
Really, Dave?
Really? I just said, Ryan, did you catch that bless? It was literally within 3 seconds.
I know, but you can bless 3 people.
Wow. I'm gonna feel like a dick. Can I really bless 3 people? Yes, I absolutely can. Apologies. Baron in jail.
Whoop, whoop. I like it.
Don't be mad, Mike. I chose the big hitter and the 2 guys that could hit the fucking range.
And
Yeah,
the
whatever.
other guy that wasn't you.
I mean, I guess it does say up to 3, so if you only blessed Rect, that's fine.
No, it's me not reading things again. I'm terrible. Thank you, Dave.
I listen sometimes.
Don't worry, Dave. That thank you was recorded.
And sincere.
Okay, so Jail, it's going to be your first act as everybody points out the creatures descending to you.
What are they?
They appear to have the head of a lion and the tail of a serpent.
Tail of a serpent, you say? And how far away are they from,
Manticore.
let's say, the walls of the valley?
Up with Baracus, I'd say just telekinesis them into the wall. No, no laughs, nothing. No
No,
reaction.
I'm laughing pretty hard. I also thought of Baracus trying to use telekinesis to separate just like one wing from a Manicore's body.
I was thinking that. Can I fucking rip the fucking wing off its body?
Is that what you were actually thinking?
Legitimately, yes.
Alright, you're more in tune with him than I am, I guess.
I thought of it being a very Chris thing to think, and I guess
It's 1,000 pounds of pressure. I could probably tear out a fucking wing.
they say it's what 8 pounds for the ear. So.
I gotta rip more ears off then.
A jackal! Jackal! It's a jackal!
But
So you would say it's about 200 feet from the cliff wall.
Okay. And it's, you said 120 feet from us?
No, I said it was approaching you. I never gave a distance, I believe.
Oh.
I only said it once, Chris. It might be right. You don't know.
I mean... Fuck. Did I use Earthbind on the gargoyles? My Earthbind scroll.
I feel like you did.
I feel like I did too.
You used the scroll on the gargoyles. Which one you used, I do not know.
Yeah, I think it was
Thank you for reminding me of the scrolls and my wand of magic missiles. I forgot about that.
I'm just gonna put this link out there as what it's described as, and that's partially as a dig at Tony.
It's a manticore. Manticore! Manticore!
No, Dave, I'm pretty sure you still have Earthbind as a spell, though. I don't know if you ever prepared, but
No. It was a scroll. So because they're really far away, I don't think I can do anything. I'm just gonna ready an action to cast a spell once they get within 30 feet of me.
For when they get within 30?
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, Dave. All about my scrolls and my wand.
So that'll bring us to Cade.
okay. So we're down in this ravine.
You haven't started descending down the pathway to the ravine yet. You're still more or less on the cliff side. You're just at the start of the path to go in.
Okay. Well, then I will ready an attack.
Okay. For anything in particular, or just them getting in range?
When anything getting in range.
Okay. Fulgrim.
I'll take a pot shot with my light crossbow. At disadvantage, I assume.
Yes.
$15.
15 hits.
Wow, really?
Yep.
I wasn't even expecting that. What is light crossbow damage?
1d8. Plus whatever your dex is.
5 damage.
Alright. You were able to peg one of the limbs of the approaching manicore with your crossbow.
See, told you it was a manicore.
Using my movement, am I able to put the crossbow away and get my sword and board out?
I believe it's been previously established that you can't do that.
I'm not used to melee, so I'm just genuinely asking.
No. That's I believe we've asked and decided against that in a previous session.
Okay, I'll wait till next turn. I'm done.
So that'll bring us to Rect.
And they were what, 80 away?
They're about 200 feet away, approaching.
Oh. Yeah, I'll draw Iron Fang and level my shield and ready in action that the first manicore that comes in. Well, I'll step to the front of the party.
Okay.
So, yeah, so I'll step to the front of the party and ready in action at the first manicore within striking distance. I'm going to hit.
Okay. Just for distinction, moving to the front of the party, you're not at the cliffside. You're just on, like, the path is in front of you. So, just for like mental distinction, you're not like at the edge of a precipice,
Okay.
ready to stand your ground. Baern.
You said they're 200 feet away.
Yes.
Can I get an estimate of their speed? Have I
Sure.
been able to gauge that?
Give me a knowledge. If you've got nature, I'll allow that.
I got survival.
Let's roll with it.
Or perception if I'm just perceiving it, or insight.
Yeah, you can use whichever of those is highest.
Alright. Well, in that case, then I've got a 16 at disadvantage.
It's tough to
Would
guess.
have been a 25.
Hey, you should sleep better.
Should I? Should I?
I can't say.
Maybe I'll pray for that.
I can't say it's not my fault. You can't get an exact range, but you think they're moving somewhere around 50 feet.
Alright. Well, if that's the case, then I am going to use my scroll of Melf's Minute Meteors and create 6 tiny meteors floating around me. And since there's nothing within range, I will not use my casting turn to fire one off. I will wait.
Dusting off one of the old scrolls.
It's just been sitting in my inventory. I forgot all about it until Dave said, use that scroll. I was like, oh, shit.
Yeah. To go back to where that page is. All right.
Well, if you've got Xanathar's, it's on page 161.
It's in the...
Yeah, it's in your book, too.
I just haven't had to look it up since I gave you the scroll.
Yeah, Xanathar's combined a lot of the spells from the different books, so...
Which is good. Alright. The Manticores approach 50 feet closer. I don't believe that puts anyone's ready to action, so going through... jail.
Huh, I thought they'd be faster. I'm gonna look for cover.
Okay, perception.
Why I asked if I could gauge their speed.
Uh-huh. I get an 8.
There's some grass nearby.
Fuck you.
Put it on your back. You'll hide really well.
But there's nothing that you spot quickly that you believe you can hide behind.
Okay, I'm going to, yeah, fuck. I'm not good at super long range. Yeah, I'll ready in action for if they get close enough for me to attack, so within 30 feet.
Okay. Cade.
Again, I'll just ready the attack.
Yep, I'm just going through and making sure everybody's still ready or what. Fulgrim.
Another pot shot. 17.
Hit.
It moved 50 of 200, correct?
Yes.
Four damage.
Are you hitting the same one you struck before? Or the
Correct. Sorry, correct.
Okay. Another bolt sinks into its hide.
I'm done.
Alright, wrecked. Muted.
Default to ready to action.
Alright. Baern.
So they're 150 feet away now?
Yes.
Is it possible to move up 30 feet?
You can descend down the ramp a bit. Yeah,
So I'd get within 120 feet of them?
roughly.
Well, I either I can or I can't for my spell. That's why I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to do so, and then I'm going to target an uninjured one and cast Enemies Abound upon him. So I reach into the mind of one creature I can see, force it to make an intelligence saving throw, DC 15. If it's immune to being frightened, then it automatically succeeds. Just tell me that. But
All right, so intelligence saving throw.
Yep.
It is not immune to being frightened. And it fails.
Alright, it loses the ability to distinguish friend from foe regarding all creatures it can see as enemies until the spell ends. 1 minute. Each time the target takes damage, it can repeat the saving throw, ending the effect on itself on a success. Whenever the affected creature chooses another creature as a target, it must choose it at random from among the creatures it can see within range of its attack spell or other ability it's using. If an enemy provokes an attack of opportunity from the affected creature, the creature must make the attack if it is able to do so.
Okay.
And then I'd also like to target, if I can get one or two that are away from it, more than 5 feet away from it, and fire one of my meteors at it.
The one that Chris has previously shot is more than 5 feet away from it.
Alright, I'm going to fire a meteor at it, so it needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Damn, now I need to swap the d20. Alright, it fails.
Alright, it takes 7 fire damage. And anything within 5 feet of it also has to make the save, but I'm assuming there's nothing else.
No, it's just the two that are approaching.
Alright, so 7 damage to him, and the other one can't tell friend from foe.
Alright. I'm going to distinguish that, much like Final Fantasy, and just put question marks around it.
Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. The uninjured one gives a loud roar and lashes out at its friend. Attacking multiple times.
These creatures of the air are weak-willed, and they will die.
You see it manages to connect once. With its tail. And the injured Manicore growls in response, not turning its attention away from the party. They move forward. They're within 100 feet. And it fires spikes at Lawrence, or at Baern. Tail spikes.
How dare he?
What's your AC?
19.
You get hit. For
Damn.
10 damage as one of the Manicore's tail spikes pierces into your side.
Bastard will burn for that.
And running through the top of the order again. Jail.
Already in action for when it's 120 feet away.
It's 100 feet away.
Okay.
Dave,
I thought it was 100.
you are missing every detail tonight.
Come on, Dave.
I got one important one. So I need a DM ruling. Can I moonbeam in midair? So it's a 40-foot column.
Does the moonbeam have a height thing?
Yeah, 40 feet.
You want to make a 40-foot column of moonlight in the
That
air?
start in the air, so it's, so I can use it and try to track a flying creature. Because I assume it's higher than 40 feet. So I'm not going to cast it if I can't.
It is higher than 40 feet.
Spell description just says a point within range.
Yeah, it's tough to argue against without just being like, no, you can't just move a cylinder through the air like that. I guess technically it works.
If you don't like it, you can tell me no.
Technically correct is the best kind of correct.
Alright, well then I will cast Moonbeam on the injured one that's 100 feet away.
Okay. And that was what, DC 14?
Yeah, it's my... 1 second. Yeah, 14. And it is...
Half damage on a success.
Yeah, 14 Constitution.
Half damage on a success, full damage on a fail.
Yep.
And you're able to move it, right?
Yep.
Alright. It was at the start of the target's turn. Does it take any damage this turn?
No, not on my turn. It's on the start of its turn that it takes damage.
Okay. I didn't know if there was any initial damage for cast. Okay.
Yeah, and if another one moves through it, and it's a 10-foot diameter, 40-foot tall beam.
The other Manicore is separated by more than 10 feet.
Cool.
Cool. Cade?
I will move to the front of the group, side by side with Rect. Once again, readying an attack.
I'm furthest up right now, just FYI.
Furthest up? I thought Rect was the furthest up.
I moved closer to get my spells off.
Oh, all right. Then I will join you, and I'll ready an attack.
Okay, Cade moves up there. Ready's attack. Alright, so they'll be within range. Next they move for you. Fulgrim.
I switch out my weapon to my short sword and move forward 30 feet and end my turn.
Okay. Wrecked.
I'll move up to Cade and Baern and ready my attack.
And Baern.
Alright, they still haven't clustered up at all, right?
Right.
Alright, so I'm going to meteor the same one again, I guess.
Okay. Sorry, that was a dex save for Meteor.
Yep.
And you said 15?
Yep.
Alright, this time it succeeds.
So it takes 5 damage instead of 10. And then, assuming it's still in the air,
It is still.
I will pull my wand of magic missiles and fire 3 missiles at it.
Okay.
Dealing 7 points of damage.
Okay. This Manicore is starting to look a little rough.
Maybe his buddy that I charmed will kill him for us.
At the start of their turn, so the injured Manicore succeeds on the Moonbeam.
Okay, so it gets 11 damage.
That guy is getting beat up.
As he descends to the ground, landing ahead of the party. A bit rougher than you think it intended. So it's 20 feet away. And the other Manicore gives chase, lashing out at it again. Tripping over its own paw as it swipes.
Yay, critical misses.
So that'll bring us to jail.
Okay, so I will move my moonbeam 60 feet.
Okay.
So that I can't get. It moved 80 feet, right?
It moved 50 and landed ahead. So it's 20 feet away, but it moved 50 feet. So it's on the ground ahead of you. The other Manicore gave chase, so you actually have both Manicores with the moonbeam now.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. And then I'll move to the party.
Okay. Cade.
I will run in to attack the injured one. Does a 17 hit?
Yes, it do.
All right. That's going to be for 7 damage. Attacking again. Does a 15 hit?
Yes.
Oh, cool. That's going to be for 8 damage. Still up and alive?
I gotta do math for a second. Yes. Up and alive and very injured.
Where is the other Manticore in relation to it?
Next to it, attacking it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to spend a chi point.
Finish him.
Alright, so that's a 20, non-natural. 21.
Both hit.
For 12 damage. And it needs to make a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away from me.
It does not make a strength saving throw. You push an unconscious Manicore 15 feet away.
Oh. Okay.
But now you might be close enough that the charmed one attacks you anyways. Way to go.
Yeah, I'm done.
You're just lucky it's a random decision between everybody in range.
Fulgrim. The one
Okay.
Manicore has been dropped, the other is within 20 feet.
Are there 2 or 3?
2.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
sorry. I
thought
understood
there were
3.
3.
Yeah, I thought there were 3.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, I'll go up to the charmed one and Hulk smash. Potential crit.
This is how it starts.
15, I think I heard breaks.
15 breaks.
It's your favorite time, Adam.
Yep. That time, nothing much happens.
11
Insta kill.
plus 11 plus 8 is 19. Plus, Jesus, of course I roll a 1. 4, 22.
greatsword across, slashing one of its eyes out.
Short sword.
Did I not say short sword?
I heard great sword.
You said great sword.
No, short sword, sorry. I thought of the right thing, and I said the wrong thing. That'll bring us to wrecked.
I will move forward 20 feet and attack. 16 break.
Yep.
So that's 9 regular damage and 7 thunder for a total of 16.
The Manticore lets out a howl of pain. And that'll be Baron's turn.
The Manticore has Cade, Rect, and Falgrim all around it.
Yes.
Okay. I guess I can't just throw another meteor in there then. I guess I will magic missile again.
You could just throw another meteor in there.
Well, let's see what the magic missile does. If it doesn't kill it, then I might. Because, yeah, that is 12 damage.
Magic missile hurts it.
Alright, I got a meteors available. Sorry guys, everybody make deck save if you're more than 5 feet of it.
My least effective save.
Adam, I wasn't in range, was I?
If it makes you feel better, it was really bad damage rolls, so even if you fail, it's going to be...
Well, I definitely failed because I rolled a 10.
Well, I got
Have a bless. I don't know if a die 4 would help.
Probably wouldn't.
No, if you got a 10, a D4 would not.
I make it. Well, I'm assuming a 16 makes it.
16 perks. Yeah, it was a 15. So everybody below a 15 takes 3 damage. Everybody that succeeds takes 1.
except for me. I don't take any. 'cause-
That was good, guys. That was good.
Adam, I was assuming I wasn't next to it.
And that's fire damage if anybody,
No.
in case anybody has immunity or anything.
You didn't move forward to do anything. You just moved your moonbeam.
Yep. Just confirming.
Yeah. The others had moved in to attack. You hadn't even moved in with the group, have you?
Yeah,
No, he moved in with the group. He didn't move in after that.
right.
Okay, so yeah, you'd be 20 feet away from it. The Manicore succeeded. So you said it was
So I
1
take
damage?
1. Yeah. Really bad roll that time. No biggie, though. Just chipping away.
After a
Chipping away.
roar, the Manicore lashes out at Cade.
Womp womp.
Now there's only 2 Manicore?
There's only 1 left.
One left. The others unconscious or dead and pushed away.
For some reason I thought there were 3.
Everybody else did. I'm sorry about that. I thought I described 2 and missed with that. Alright. So he attempts to bite Cade. What's your AC?
14.
Connecting with that.
Fuck him up!
Connecting
Get
with
him!
the claw.
The fuck, man?
Get him!
And
With the
connecting with the
tail!
tail spike.
Poison damage on top of it.
Oh wait, did he get moonbeam damage?
He does need moonbeam damage, but he
So the-
succeeded.
I thought it was at the end of his turn.
Beginning. So it's 6 damage.
Is that Moonbeam hitting any allies because he's surrounded?
He's large.
Alright. Well, just saying. You don't want to be hurting teammates, Dave. Don't pull a Baron.
It's Adam's discretion if it hits people.
All right, so what was I hit with?
You're dying
You were
right
hit,
now.
You were hit with 3 attacks. I just have to roll the damage.
Okay.
You're dead. Death saving throw. Go.
You are bitten for 9. Clawed for another 9. And the tail spike digs into you for 11 damage.
Oh,
Hold on for 1 second, please.
I'm sure I got a key point in here that'll do something for me.
Oh, I know I do.
Get a little sassier there, Mike. Get a little sassier.
I can. So that was 11 damage.
I believe it.
Oh, I can.
Oh, I do declare.
All right.
I say.
That tail spike was a projectile, right?
It didn't fire it at you, it stabbed you with it.
Oh, okay. I can't. Okay.
Womp womp. No catching that barb.
Ha! You take your 27 damage and you like it. No, 29 damage. Did you say 9 and 9, 18 and 11? Yeah.
And give me a Constitution save.
Ooh.
You're poisoned. Fuck your key.
Constitution save is a 15.
Be careful. Dave's going to try to collect your key.
Constitution's a 15?
Yep.
Alright.
He'll run to the gazebo with it.
Yeah. the open air to unlock gazebo.
Alright, you're not feeling so great right now. As the tail inks into your side, you think it had some lasting effects. Feeling a bit ill. Jail.
I will cast Cure Wounds on Cade.
But you're right next to me. You might as well just stay here and heal me.
Why do you need healing?
So I got barb too.
Yeah, you got hit once.
Yeah.
I mean, I do think I like you better than Cade, but that's not the point.
Do you, though?
I gave him a whole bottle of very flammable booze.
Yeah, purposefully.
I just handed him the first bottle.
You're fucking lying. You were like, you drank it?
Maybe.
Aha! I gave it to you.
it's the long con. Jail actually has AIDS now.
It's fucked up, yo.
So I actually found out that a dude at work has chlamydia.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Oh shit! I forgot Mike works in the fucking. Like nobody's supposed to know, but he like told. I can't even tell you what department he's in now, but he told a guy. What?
I think he was asking about if that's on stream, which, yes.
Who cares? I don't know where I work.
That's right. That's right.
Pretty sure you
All right, T-Pain.
least
Keep your pain to yourself.
once in our videos.
Alright, so Cade gets back
Wow.
16 points.
Harsh.
I shoot you a hearty grin and a thumbs up.
I run up and touch you.
Ooh.
Could have just healed me up all the way.
Aside from breaking up all over the place, Lawrence is like, muting and unmuting himself constantly? Is it doing that for everyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't hear what he was saying, so I just started talking.
Yeah, it's on purpose.
It's on purpose, he said.
I got that, Dave.
Oh.
Alright, let's go. I'm fucking tired.
Alright, Cade.
Oh, action's on me?
Yep.
Cool.
Cool.
Does a 17 hits?
Yes.
Alright, that's gonna be for 6 damage. Second hit, 24.
24 damage?
No, that was just the attack roll.
I'm like, holy shit, Mike. 24 hits, yeah.
That'll be 9 damage.
Alright. You
And-
fell a second Manicore with that.
Oh, cool. Then I'll save my chi.
Wait, if he failed the second, we're at a combat, right?
What?
What?
You just said he failed the second Manicore.
Yes.
So there were only 2. We're out of combat.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. It's just your tone was like saying that there was more to come.
Oh. No, sorry. No, you're out of combat.
Dude, I'm still on you saying there were 3 or more.
I apologize for that. I had always intended on there being 2.
I mean, in your defense, I feel like we got that idea from the multiple roars. When you said they appeared, I remember you saying there were 2.
Yeah, alright, kiss ass.
But we heard multiple roars.
The third Manicore. The third Manicore is coming now.
The third Manicore is lost somewhere with Lawrence's internet.
Now that I use my remaining, I take my remaining meteors. I use my remaining meteors and.
Your meteors to-
I'm at the edge of my seat.
We're so funny, guys.
And they fizzle out with Lawrence's internet connection.
Lawrence's remaining meteors, his internet, and the third Manicore is somewhere on the island of Misfit Toys with that elf from the movie.
Good lord.
He fires him at the Manicore.
Okay. The Manicore that got pushed away bursts into flame as 4 of the meteors launch themselves into its side. Lawrence, I'm sorry you don't find your internet connection as funny as we do.
I'm gonna ask the party, do you think any of this animal's worth anything?
You're the druid.
I haven't
I'm
seen
not
one
gonna
before.
answer that. Are we done?
Yeah, we'll end there.
I loot the Manicores.